look as good as they sound. No, they don't. Let's have the show! Lovely. You took that song, you made it your own. It was great. It was very good. Listen, hello and welcome to the show. Do you know, I think I can say we've got something for everyone this week. On that very sofa tonight, top acting royalty, star of Educating Rita, Harry Potter, Billy Elliot and Mamma Mia, Julie Walters is on the show. I love Julie Walters! Top comic and sitcom star, Simon Amstell is here. We've got music and chat from star of The Voice, Jessie J is on the show. And wait for it, football superstar Didier Drogba will be popping by. Yeah, I know. You heard me correctly. Didier Drogba is on the show. You're surprised. Now, it's another booking he's furious about. Football humour. Now, just so I'm prepared, I've spent all week learning about football. For example, I know that England have a new manager, Roy Hodgson. Yeah. Well, he looks thrilled, doesn't he? And so sporty. When was the last time he ran? Yeah, that's the face of a man who's just heard he's going to the Ukraine for the summer. The England side will be going to the Ukraine. They'll be gone for 3 weeks. Yeah. 1 week to get knocked out of the tournament, and 2 weeks to get back through immigration Heathrow. Now, I've also learned that tomorrow is the final of something called the Fuck-Up. The Fuck-Up? Oh, so, the FA Cup. I'm an idiot. I thought that was weird. Now, Didier's team, Chelsea, will be playing. I'm looking forward to seeing his expert ball control. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That was just after he'd been kicked in the testicles. Just better have a quick count up, make sure they're both there. Oh, there. Let's get some guests on! Here we'll be chatting to Didier Drogba. But first, from Grandma's house to my sofa, it's Mr. Simon Amstell! Hello, sir. Very welcome. I'm very welcome. Oh, sit up a seat there. Hey, this is One Voice. It's worth 31 for. It's Jessie J! Oh! Woo! Hello, darling. How are you? Lovely to see you. Have a seat. There she goes. And Mamma Mia, my favorite woman star, Julie Walters! Oh, lovely woman. Oh. Hello. So nice to see you. Jessie, Simon, Jessie, Julie.
Hello.
There you go. Have a love-in. Oh. I'm loving to. Obviously, I am thrilled. For the first time ever, national treasure Julie Walters is on my sofa. Oh, it's been so long.
It has. So long since when?
Well, since I started writing begging letters to you.
You did, yes.
Yeah. Coming up to you drunk at parties.
That's right.
I seriously haven't I? Yeah.
You have. Only once you did.
I'm sorry. I apologise.
No, I love more of that.
Okay, don't worry. I'll be drunk soon.
Yeah.
Simon Amstell, this is your first time as well, isn't it?
Yeah, anywhere.
You're newly made.
Yeah, this will be all right, though, won't it?
Yes. And Jessie J, welcome back to you.
Thanks.
Because you've been here, but my God, I think the last time was it Price Tag you did?
Yeah, it was my first TV show I ever did.
And since then, whoo, like a rocket, young lady. And later later on, you're going to be performing in the new single Laser Light.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
But we've got to talk a bit about The Voice. We must talk about The Voice. Now, are you guys watching The Voice?
Yes. I've seen, well, I didn't see the last one, but yes.
Yes.
Neither did I.
You didn't see it either.
I don't watch it back.
Do you not?
No. I get to see enough of
Yourself.
stuff on Twitter and people send me photos of myself and tell me what I was wearing and stuff. Like it wasn't me.
Yeah. Have you seen it, Tom?
I've been away, but I've seen the last episode.
You don't have to pretend.
No, I did. No. I mean, if I hadn't been sat next to you now, I wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But... having said that, though...
Here we go. What have you got to say about it?
I haven't been near a pop star for a while. I'm quite excited.
Sorry, am I allowed to touch you?
You can, yeah, go... Any other bits?
Maybe later.
Very exciting. We're already having a bit of sex, aren't we?
We are. Well, we needed to relax, you know, before the show.
Let it go.
I obviously don't.
Yeah. That guy with the glasses he was voted off or whatever. They always say on these shows, oh, I just hope it's not the end. I feel somebody should say to them, it's definitely the end. Somebody.
For some of it might be. But Jessie, this week, are you going to be a bit meaner?
Yes, I am.
Because last week I felt there were some car crashes.
I was too nice.
And everyone was too nice.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Matt and Sulene. Now, Sulene, bless
Is
her.
that me and Gandalf?
To be honest, I think he looks like he's left 11 other wives at home. He looks like he's the leader of a Texan cult, doesn't he?
Yes.
I have 75 children. Sulene, the harmonies weren't... I mean, and sometimes it's different in the studio.
No, you know what? You're right. I don't think... It's very tough because I like having constructive criticism all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I'll always come off stage, or tonight I'll perform and I'll come off stage and I think, right, what could I have done better? And it does get to a point where everyone is a bit too nice because you haven't made it and you shouldn't ever feel like you've made it. You should always be growing and learning. And sometimes it is hard when, you know, Will and Tom and Danny are always very complimentary and then I'm like, yeah, that was crap. Like, I don't say that, but...
No, but you can say it, I mean, it's a huge stage and
Yeah,
it's live.
it's
I mean,
massive.
it's not surprising that people drop the ball a bit.
Yeah, I mean...
So have you got someone who will say, no, that wasn't up to par tonight?
No, I mean, it did get a bit emotional. Like, I don't know if anyone saw the results show, and it was like everyone was in tears, and it really pissed me off.
One of the things that people like watching about you is you'd be a very bad poker player because your face gives an awful lot away. And a fan of yours has filmed...
Is it a fan or is it someone that makes me want to look silly?
Well, it's a fan who wants to make you look silly. Well, maybe... I think maybe a fan didn't know you were going to look silly. They were filming you on a phone off the telly, and then they slowed it down and put it on YouTube.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it is funny.
What is it?
Well, I think it's funny. If it was me, maybe I wouldn't think it was funny.
Where have you got it?
I've got it.
Of course he's got it. It's going to be on repeat for the next 20 minutes. That's it. This is the end of the show.
This is you. You know that thing when you do that thing
Oh, no. It's slow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's the fact that the rest of my face is so still.
But I think behind The Voice, there is a serious point to be made.
Yeah.
In that people are judged by how they look. And so, is that something? Did you encounter that when you were...
of course, yeah.
In a good way or a bad way?
Well, both. I mean, even now, people meet me and go, I really thought you were going to be quite aggressive. I'm not at all. I'm like, I think people think I'm going to be quite... Because I do it like a dude and...
Oh, yeah.
They're like, they get disappointed when I haven't got, like, crystals on my mouth. They're like, oh, she's not in a leotard. Like, I'm not naked all the time. But,
and fame is an odd thing, because, Julie, do you feel pressure? Because, obviously, when you're walking down the street, people know who you are. You know people are looking at you. Do you feel a pressure to, you know, I don't know, brush your hair?
Well, it changes a bit when... How dare you?
No, you look lovely! You look gorgeous!
Well, I'm 62 now, so it's a bit different from when you're young.
No!
I was hoping you'd say that.
Was that quick enough?
That was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I did... I was 60 after I did Mo Molem, and so I shaved my hair off for the part. Well, that was a bit of an experience in itself, in that I looked like all of my mother's male relatives. Not quite as attractive. And I thought, this is a chance to grow my hair back properly, because I'd always dyed it all my life. Like my mother, she dyed hers till she died at 70 with blue-black hair. She was 70. She said, doesn't it look natural? So, you know, so I'd always done that, and I thought, I must see what it's like underneath. I knew I had sort of roots, you know. There were some white roots, I could see them and everything. Anyway, so I grew it through, and I thought, I think I'm going to wait now I'm 60. And I thought, yeah, I quite like it. I'm going to keep it. There's something empowering about it. And I thought, right, now I'm 60. I'm not going to work for a bit. I decided... And I was at the wrap party for Harry Potter. And I happened to say... People saying, what are you doing?
So you was at a rap party?
Oh, no, not that.
What?
It wasn't that sort of party.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I like the filter.
Hanging out.
So I just happened to mention at this do that I'd thought of, you know, not doing anything for a bit. I just wanted to see what it was like. So something about being 60 meant something. Yeah. So, anyway, the next thing, the papers are ringing up the agent and asking, we hear that she is retiring. And the agent said, you know, there's been a bit of thing. And then the next thing, it was in the Daily Telegraph, a little section that I was retiring. I thought, for God's sake, I never said it at all to anyone.
What?
And then, yeah, no.
Making up stuff in the papers?
I know, unheard of. Anyway, the next thing, there's a knock at the back door. I live miles from anywhere, down a 2-mile but beaten-up old track. Next thing, there's a knock at the door, the back door. And we've got a great cleaner, Jackie. She goes to the door, and there's a young lad there who looks about 12, and he said, I'm from the Daily Mail. She went, yes. And he said, I hear you're retiring. To the cleaner. And she said, well, it's a bit hard on the knees, but I'm not thinking of giving up any time, yes. And you know, Graham, that's just what I think of life. A bit hard on the knees, but I'm not thinking of giving up just yet. Just it. So, very sweet.
And Simon, you must get recognised a lot now because, you know, television.
Yeah, OK. Well, there was a sort of, a few years ago, quite a few years ago, I was at a sexual health clinic.
Stop.
Lovely.
Everything's fine.
Oh, I touched him!
Stop it.
Sorry, go on.
I'm at this sexual health clinic, which is a good thing to do, a healthy, good thing to do.
Of course.
And I'm, you know, I'm sort of quite naked. My penis is out. And the nurse says to me, so what's Daniel Bedingfield like? Well, I know he's lovely, but is this supposed to be this kind of the main point?
Oh, my God. I had one of those.
You had what?
No, not a sexual... Not a penis. Sorry.
I'm just not going to get involved. I'm just going
I didn't mean to butt in there.
No.
But I had one of those where I went to have a Dutch cap fitted. Can I tell this?
Yes, of course you can.
It's a contraceptive device.
Oh, I see.
So,
this is
it's
weird.
like a rubber thing.
I
It's like
love it.
It's like a flying saucer. So she was had to catch it, actually.
Is that a quaver?
What? Is it a what?
Is it like a quaver?
It is a... Well, it's a little bit like a... It's a little bit. It's a bit dome-shaped rubber.
You...
Stop that,
Lovely.
Graham, please. Yes. Well, it is a bit like that. I was in that position. Oh, terrible. I'm sorry, don't show that. That's all. I'm 62. Anyway,
So live.
I know, so live. I'm glad you noticed that. So, in that position, the nurse did say, I know you don't time. But she was actually going to... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Anyway, I think I throw that in.
But listen, we must get back to the voice. Now, obviously, the voice is all about judging people by the sound of their voice. And singing's one thing, but, you know, I think we all get judged by our speaking voice.
We do.
I do.
Yeah. Do you really?
That's why I can't watch the show. I can't, even now, I'm so aware of...
like that as well.
No, but you're not... You speak perfectly. I've got to be careful.
I don't.
You speak well proper.
Oh, I don't. I've got an accent.
Like, who calls Tom Jones bruv? Me. I didn't even realise I did it. I was like, it's your turn, bruv.
Lovely, though. It's not you.
Yeah.
Team Jessie. And Simon, are you... Because I've heard you speak about you're not thrilled with your speaking voice.
I feel like it's not ideal for, like...
Have you tried to change it? Have you tried to change it?
Well, I did used to speak a bit more like you, because I'm from Essex. But I got...
Two
Four
people,
people, yeah.
Hello.
6.
Yeah, I did, I used to find it very difficult to sort of go up to people I fancied at parties. But there's more, not because of the way my voice sounded, just that I had a
Because you
sort
had an STD.
Oh, no, that's the show now. That's the show. Oh, my God.
You started it.
Gosh.
And you finished it.
I can't remember what I was saying.
Something about... it's going to people at parties with your voice.
I used to talk about how it was difficult to sort of... Because I was, like, quite shy, and if I sort of quite liked someone at a party, I'd go up to them, and I couldn't just say... You know, I found it very difficult to just say something quite simply, like, hello, what's your name? Because I thought that would come out like, hello, what's your name? Awful thing. Yeah.
Anyway, so we thought we'd explore this idea because a lot of people have drawn comparisons between the chair and the voice that you sit in and our red chair that we have at the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to combine the two and do a special edition of The Chair UK. Basically, it's the same as the normal chair, OK? People telling us stories to impress us. But tonight it's all in the voice. So they're putting in a monitor behind you, which you can't see. So you're looking forward, and I put this... instead of the lever, we've got a voice button. OK. So, basically, the idea is people are going to start telling a story. Now, purely by the sound of their voice, do you find them interesting or not?
Right.
You hit that, and it will eject them. OK? Nothing, it won't hurt them.
So if you don't like it...
Yeah, you don't hurt them. So,
It's electric shock.
So it's just about, it's really about the tone of their voice.
Right, OK.
Oh, that would be good if it gave them an electric shock if we didn't like it. No.
You don't do... There's a real difference between how you treat celebrities and the public, isn't there?
That's true.
I'll sit in the chair and be flipped. Happily.
Let's do it, come on.
If you want to put me in the chair and flip me over, I'm happy.
Bless you.
Not you, though, Curtin.
OK, so now eyes forward, eyes forward.
Yeah.
So, person number one, let's cut them up. Don't look. Off you go with your story.
This is the story I
Yes!
That's who you OK, let's try another one. Let's try another one. Now, we're listening to the voice, Simon. We're listening to the voice.
You are really angry, aren't you? You're very angry.
I just hate the public.
I love the public.
OK, we're listening to the voice. If we like the voice, they can speak. If you don't like the voice, you think. OK.
We get them electrocuted.
Yeah, we get them electrocuted. OK, so next one. And off you go.
When I was a student, this boy asked me out to go out for food drinks.
Oh, I love it.
For a bit of
You
Dutch
like
courage,
it?
I had a couple of drinks at home.
Oh, I just wanted to press it.
The look will surprise you. I was like, oh, look!
Oh, my God.
Oh! I will never tell an anecdote in public again.
Are we going to be safe in our beds after doing
Yes,
this?
you'll be fine. Should we one more? One more, OK.
And this time, if we don't like them, let's set them on fire. Right? It's only the public.
Look forward. Here we go. Next voice. Off you go.
I was a medical student in Brighton attached to a junior doctor. He asked me to go and take some blood off an old lady behind some curtains. I pulled the curtains back, said hello to the lady, put the
That's who you flip. She's a lovely man. Oh! Oh no, he stopped! Well done, all in the chair, UK. Very good. Okay, take this away. They take that away. Okay, next. Kennedy Gall. Julie Walters, now you haven't come far to visit us tonight, because you're rehearsing just down the road, I'm guessing.
At the National Theatre of Great Britain.
Yes.
I am.
You are. It's a play called The Last of the Housemans.
That's right.
And it's in the Littleton Theatre.
It will be in the Littleton Theatre.
Yes.
And it opens on June the 12th. And what else? Oh, yeah, well, it's about this family. And I play the mother-grandmother in it. And I hate the phrase, a dysfunctional family, because we're all bloody dysfunctional, aren't we? But they are very dysfunctional. And the kids, the middle-aged kids, come home, her children, because she's not been very well. And she lives in this ramshackle house. Her life is just, you know, she's an old hippie. She went to India, to Pune, and spent time there, you know, with the Bhagwan Rajneesh in the, late 60s, 70s. And she, you know, basically neglected her kids because of that. And it's about this summer where they come home and what happens between them. And it's just, it's really great. It's really funny. I love it. Yeah, love it.
So you're playing the old hippie, obviously.
I am playing the old hippie.
Well, not old, the ex-hippie.
Yeah.
The ex-hippie, the ex-hippie. You're 62.
You see it?
62, I'm not looking at it. But so, are you a bit young? You're a bit young.
Stop it.
Well, no, but...
To play her?
No, to be a hippie. I mean, we're hippies.
No, I was a hippie.
You were a hippie?
Yeah, because I was born in 1950, so it was all happening, 68. You know, when it was all happening, I was 18, you know, just, it was perfect, yeah.
Because when you were in, I think when you were in drama school, it all sounded quite bohemian and artsy when you were living together.
It was very fashionable to be a student there. I mean, it just was fashionable, you know, and we were all terribly politicised. It was, yeah.
And didn't you have to do, like, you had to do art projects, so you made the Greek, you had to plaster Paris Greek masks?
We did do one project where we had to make these Greek masks, and then they gave us a pile of plaster of Paris to take home and practice with, and to make, you know, to make various things out of it before we did the mask. And so I lived with my boyfriend, and I thought it would be quite a gas to make one of his penis.
Of course.
And he was a bit frightened at first, and so you have to grease it up and then anyway, and then put the plaster of Paris on, and that was fine. It was absolutely, but all dried, and let it dry, but I hadn't put enough grease on it.
Oh.
So it wouldn't come off. Oh. It was really, really nasty. So then I had to get a pair of scissors in. Oh, it was absolutely deadly, and he was in absolute agony. I mean, I've still got it now, and there are these ginger fumes. Round, you know, the edge of it. It was absolutely deadly.
You've still got it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's in a little box.
Isn't it? It's a doorstop.
No, it's not a doorstop. It's not, it's not big enough. No, not big enough. That's a terrible mistake.
When you say it's in a little box...
The big box, yes.
Yes.
It's in a crate.
Yeah.
And this is exciting because it's your first time back on stage for a few years.
It is, for about 10 years, yeah. Oh, no, it's not 10 years. It's because I did Acorn Antique. It's about 7 years.
That's what I'm saying. Was Acorn Antiques the last?
Yes.
Because I saw that, and your Mrs. Overall in that was just... It was... I don't know if you saw it, but... You did... It was the finale.
Of the first half.
When you had the piles.
Yes.
You had to do a dance.
You're not going to ask me to do it.
No. I'm just saying that made me laugh so much.
Oh.
You dancing with piles.
Oh,
it
thank
you. Genius. I'm guessing it was before. I mean, yes.
Beg your pardon? I didn't have piles.
No, that's... You were very convincing, that's all I'm saying. It was a compliment. It was a compliment.
Thank you.
So now, The Last of the Housemans, it's part... This is rather posh. It's part of the London 2012 Festival in conjunction with the Olympics.
It is. Excuse me. It is. And we're at the London Festival is part of the Cultural Olympiad, that's right, yeah. We're in the centre of it. It's great. You've got to come down to the National Theatre. It's a fantastic place to be. It's really buzzy. There's always something going on, and it's on the river, and it's just fab. And I expect to see you too.
And it joins... It starts on the 12th, but it joins the rep prop on the 19th of June.
That's right, that's the first night, is the 19th of June.
And for people, you know, watching around the country or whatever, thinking, well, very good, I'm not going to get to see it. You might, because it's going to be shown in cinemas worldwide as part of National Theatre Live on the 11th of October.
Yeah.
Have you done that before?
No.
That's going to be a weird experience.
That is going to be odd, playing to an audience while you're also being filmed up close. And
live.
Yeah, and live, yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very good. Now, Simon Amstell, Fort is you. Genuinely, I am a huge fan of Grandma's House. I think it's a really, really good sitcom. Really well written, really well performed. It's just, it's classy.
Well, thank you very much.
No, it's very, there's no question there. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's really lovely.
So in Grandma's House, you play a man called Simon Amstell, who's now living at his grandmother's house. And here's a clip from next week's episode, I believe.
Go on.
What?
What happened with the kissing?
Oh, yeah, we just had a moment after rehearsals. There was an energy between us. He was looking directly into my eyes and I couldn't take it, so I started singing.
What?
I can't bear it. It was too intense.
What did you sing?
The opening of The Lion King.
Which one's that? All right, all right.
I couldn't stop. I thought he'd join in. He said his phone was ringing.
Series 2 is on now. It's on BBC 2 at 10 o'clock on Thursdays. And how autobiographical is it? I mean, would your mother, your grandmother, would they recognise themselves in the show?
My mother does. The mother is quite close to the mother.
Does she mind?
She really likes me being on television. And if that involves the entire deconstruction of her personality, that's fine.
Genuinely?
Yeah, I mean, she really likes this. She's very thrilled that I'm here. So I'm a bit nervous about coming on this show. I talked to my mum on the phone, and she says, "You have to perform." And I said, well, I just sort of try and be myself. She said, "No. You need to be Russell Brand."
She has ambition for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we must say also that you are on tour, Simon Amstell.
Yeah.
Tour Numb.
I'm a comedian.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very funny.
Don't hide your light under a bushel.
What are you saying? I haven't been.
I thought it was Russell Brand.
Well,
Numb, it starts tomorrow in Dublin.
yeah.
This is true. Now, the publicity reads... No, do you know what the publicity reads?
I think so.
Yes. Intensely vulnerable and painfully honest.
That's a quote.
Oh, OK.
That's somebody saying that about me.
OK. Simon attempts... Simon attempts again to heal himself in public. Sounds quite dark.
Well, it is, I suppose. Yeah, it's about sort of not being able to cope with human interaction, I guess. It's, you know...
If only we'd known.
I think it's because, like, I didn't really drink. I don't drink alcohol.
At all?
No. And I think that's the problem, because it's a coping...
Have you ever drunk?
Well, when I was 16, and alcohol was first introduced to my peer group, I found it a bit alienating, and I said out loud, "This is ridiculous. We're children." And so I find it very, you know, it's difficult with new people. You know, I am, like, even though I do this sort of thing, I'm quite shy. Many performers are very shy. I'm sure on The Voice, people are shy.
Yeah.
Right. I thought I'd just bring you in. And so, because I don't have alcohol to cope, I sort of have language, so I end up saying, "Well, this is a fun party. This is fun, isn't it? This is fun. Oh, how long have you been together? You're a couple? How'd you keep the spark alive in your relationship?" And then they feel awkward and I can relax.
All right, well, brace yourself, because you're about to meet a new person. Yes.
Who?
It's time to meet my final guest. He's been warming up backstage. Let's bring him on for the last quarter. Please welcome Chelsea striker, Didier Drogba! Oh! Hello, sir! Oh. Julie, you're just shove down one. There you go, you just shuffle down a little bit. You sit there. Jessie, Didier, Simon, Didier. Oh, bonsoir, Didier.
Bonsoir.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, very
Thank
good.
you.
Because, of course, tomorrow is the FA Cup. It's a very important match.
Yeah, it's an important game. You know, it's a final and against Liverpool.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm enjoying it. By the way, can I just say to any Chelsea fans watching, this is pre-recorded, so as you're watching, Didier is in fact at home asleep resting. Are you at home asleep resting?
Of course I am.
Oh, you are. Now, the thing about you is extraordinary, because obviously soccer is huge in this country, football is massive in this country, but I think there's only been, 3 soccer players ever have been on the cover of American Vanity Fair, and you're one of them. There you are. You and Ronaldo there, because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Julie's going, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You got your plaster of Paris with you. Because that sort of recognition on a global scale
it is. It was for the World Cup 2010 in South Africa, and it was a special edition, and yeah, I think it was quite nice to be there.
Yeah.
Were you both there at the same time for that shoot?
Yes.
Was that a bit awkward?
It would be strange. Like everybody was trying to show them.
Isn't it great that even really fit footballers have to do that? Don't do that.
Or was it like, oh, nice pants? Thank you.
Now, obviously, you've been at Chelsea since 2004, so 8 years. Is that? Yes, it is 8 years.
8 years, yeah.
And obviously, I'm sure you're very happy there. I'm sure you're going to be there for many, 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 many years. I'm sure you have no intention of leaving and going anywhere.
I love this club, you know, and you know, those last 8 years have been the best in my career, and I mean in my entire life, you know, and I'm happy in London, so I'm here.
Okay. Now, the bit of your story, because, you know, obviously you're a very famous and successful footballer, but the bit of your story that's extraordinary is just that way, particularly in an Olympic year, I think, where sport and football can really make a difference. Because in Britain, I think football can often be divisive, and, you know, obviously there'll be thousands of people delighted that you're on the show because they love Chelsea. There'll be other people less thrilled because you play for Chelsea and they're not so keen on Chelsea. But in your home country, you ended a civil war through sport and through your...
Yeah, I think...
That must have been quite a goal.
the best goal I've achieved in my life.
But tell us what happened in the Ivory Coast when... So, you qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah, we qualified for the World Cup, and the country was was divided in two, and there was a lot of tensions in the country, and the players decided to send a message to the politicians, and we went down on our knees and asked them to put the guns down and organize some elections, and I think this message was a good one, because after that we managed to organize elections and no war, and everybody was happy. And because in Africa we are like football is a religion, so when I have a chance to be in my position and send some messages, I do it, and I'm lucky that people can listen to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's not just the message you're sending out, it's also you're doing a lot of work through fundraising, and you've got a foundation, the Didier Drogba Foundation.
Yes.
And this is you, I think, you're touring a hospital here. This is the hospital as it is now, is that correct?
Yeah. You will see that it's not the best for kids, you know, and especially I went to see a kid who had leukemia, and in this condition he couldn't survive, so we took him to Switzerland, trying to save him.
And you're building new hospitals there, new clinics?
Yeah, I want to build a new clinic, and I want to build 6 clinics in the whole country, so it's a big challenge. I'm giving back to my people.
You really are. I mean, and also you say football's a religion. If you're the god. I mean, because they've got what have they got? They've got a Didier Drogba Didier Drogba Rue. They've got a village called Drogba, a beer called Drogba. Is it true there's even a dance called Drogba Cité?
Yeah.
So is it based on your moves, Drogba Cité?
It's based on my moves, on the pitch, you know, and everything is around football, so it's quite fun.
Can you show us some Drogba Cité moves?
If I do, you do it as well.
Oh, yeah, I do as well. Yeah. Okay. So we'll got some music. I'll just
Okay,
copy
we'll do one move. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do this
Oh,
move.
okay. So we'll put some Drogba Cité music on. Okay, show me.
Allez, tout le monde.
Okay.
Ça va faire plus à niveau universel. Les Japonais
Do it again. Oh! Drogba Cité. Goal! Goal! Very good. Goal! Very good. Sit down quickly. Oh.
I'm going to do that when I sing.
I can't tell you how relieved I am you didn't fall over. That's because it would be terrible. The whole match would have been over. It would have been my fault. It would have been...
You ended a civil war, and that's the choreography. Let's sing someone else
The
in.
choreography for the next goal, maybe.
What's this bit? What's this bit?
It's like a kiss, but like saying it's nice, you know.
Not a cigarette?
No, not.
It's a French chef, you know, magnifique.
Magnifique,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, see.
En français en plus.
Oh, c'est sûr, hein? Publicité! Because the dancing thing, because footballers in this country, they have a reputation for going wild and going out and about. But we don't see you going that mad. You seem to have kind of a nice home life, you and your wife,
Only
la
on the
la.
pitch sometimes.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, but I have, you know, a nice family, and yeah, we're quiet. We don't need to be out there.
It's very good.
So you're a footballer who likes consensual sex with one person?
Yes.
That's really weird.
It's true.
Yeah, thank you.
Controversial. Because you guys, you grew up in Essex. Both of you grew up in Essex?
Yes.
Did you go clubbing in the same places? No.
No. Where did you go?
I went
Time and Envy?
I went to Faces,
Faces, there we go.
the venue.
I went to Time and Envy once.
Yeah.
Once.
What
And
happened?
it was a foam party, and I had an allergic reaction and had to leave. How embarrassing. Like, in my best outfit. Got there, everyone was covered in foam, it was very dirty.
Yeah.
And I got a rash. He was definitely there.
You're never having sex again, Sam Amstell. People will see you across the room. There he is. Julie Walters.
What?
Did you meet your...
God's sake. What? Leave me alone. What do you want to know?
Well, didn't you meet you met your husband in a club, didn't
Mind
you?
your own business.
The whole concept of chat show falling apart. Andrew, why are you asking me all these questions?
I'm tired.
But did you go clubbing a lot?
Clubbing?
Clubbing?
Yes, but yes, I did in Birmingham.
Yes.
My mother didn't. Yeah. What's that got to do with it?
But isn't that where you met your husband?
Oh, no, I met him in a bar.
Oh, a bar?
In Fulham, yes.
Oh, in Fulham?
It was full of frightfully posh people. It was full of what we used to call hooray Henrys. Everybody was frightfully posh. And I said, I remember saying at the time, I was a bit drunk. And I remember saying, I bet nobody here is a member of the Labour Party. And he said, I am, actually. And that was it. And then we met, and then he came home and never moved out. He mended my washing machine, told me I needed a pump. I misunderstood him. And,
Oh, dear. Did you follow a lot of that story, Didier?
Did you? I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, Didier.
You didn't miss anything. I think the lesson learned is, Didier, you're quite right not to go to clubs. That's it for tonight. Thank you to my guest, Jessie J. Mr. Simon Amstell. Julie Walters. And Didier Drogba. Join me next week with Eurovision hopeful, Engelbert Humperdinck, comedy legend Chris Rock, and Twilight star Christian Stewart. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.